You already know Dianne Feinstein was being rolled into Congress when she could not move her face or make a sentence to so-called vote. You already know that Mitch McConnell's brain is not functioning, right? You've seen the clips of him just freezing mid-speech and just buffering. He's gone. And now there is yet another one. And Trump's brain is also gone in a different way. He can form sentences, but they're not the right kind. Kay Granger, been missing since July. Her last vote was in July. It turns out she is in a health facility and no one has told the American people. Sitting 81-year-old U.S. Congresswoman Kay Granger is secretly residing in an assisted living facility. By the way, this is from Ken Klippenstein. Facility Daily Express reported on Friday, incredulous that something so outrageous could be real. I decided to investigate and found a corroborating detail. Granger appears to have transferred the deed to her home over 5 months ago on July 9th. According to property records I obtained, her congressional website shows that Granger's last vote was July 24th. So she was casting votes despite the fact that she is so mentally gone that she's in assisted living, and they put her in that assisted living after they found her wandering around the neighborhoods not knowing where she lived. The deed of her home was transferred for a $10 fee. It was purchased for $440,000 in 2014. Here's the weird thing. It was transferred to retired two-star Army General William Garrison and his wife. Garrison, a veteran in the Vietnam War, where he participated in the infamous Phoenix program, so he's a war criminal, spent his career in special operations, including Joint Special Operation Command's highly secret intelligence support activity. Garrison and Stone did not immediately respond to requests for comment. If you look at a clip of Granger, I'll show part of this clip in a second, trying to read a verbatim script. So she's not even coming up with this thing off the top of her head. So let's see.
House Republicans made progress in how we fund the government. We drafted the most conservative bills in history. Members submitted over 1,000 amendments. We considered House bills individually on the floor, and we avoided a massive, ominous measure. In total, we increased.
That's reading. That's not coming up with her own thoughts. But apparently she is now in assisted living. And you're getting little reports here and there about this. But this should be announced to the goddamn American. I mean, it shows how meaningless Congress is, honestly. And again, this is the part you won't get even from articles exposing that she is in assisted living. Congress is really borderline meaningless. It's a rubber stamp for, on the things, some of the things that matter most in this world, such as the United States just bombing the living shit out of everyone. It's a rubber stamp for the $1 trillion to the military. It's a rubber stamp for the police and the Homeland Security and surveillance and everything else. And so in the most of the horrific ways that our government is destroying people's lives, it's a rubber stamp. And then in the other things, it's meaningless because it doesn't actually pass anything. So the things they actually fight about, none of it gets actually passed. I mean, in Trump's first term, when everyone said, look, Trump did everything horrible over those 4 years, how much did he actually get through Congress? Almost nothing, because Congress is meaningless. It's the one thing he got through was giant corporate tax breaks for the rich. So this to me, the fact that you have so many Congress people and a president's borderline meaningless in other ways, but because Biden's not functioning, right? And yet the U.S. government didn't change much while he was mentally not functioning. And this is yet another congressperson. And to me, it perfectly represents what the U.S. empire is. The U.S. empire is this old, doddering, white, just dilapidated, mentally, collapsed empire that is stumbling along in the same path it's gone for years and years and years without considering any changes, without considering even letting the American people know that situations like Kay Granger exist. We're on cruise control and we're being helmed by a billionaire corpse. It really is what it is. It really is what it is my new Yogi Berrism, by the way. So there you go. Yet another. And these are the ones we know about. I mean, yeah, Nancy Pelosi's not really together either. barely functioning. And these people all say that they're like I'm gonna step down next term or whatever, and then they just end up doing it till they walk into their grave. They just walk straight into the grave.